Ox, just wondering, I mean, the success you guys have had against the Welsh regions in the URC, has made all the South African teams had a lot of success around them. As a player, does it maybe take away a bit of that aura around the Welsh team, the fact that you guys have been so successful against the regions, or is Test rugby totally different?
No, I mean, for me, Test rugby is completely different. I mean, for the mere fact that sure we did well against the Welsh teams, but I mean they're playing for a country which is much more bigger. So and I think as where the country's rugby is considered to be by most media franchises, I mean they want to prove a point. You understand? So I think like Coach Dion said, they're desperate and a desperate team that's willing to prove a point, that are willing to show actually they're one of the top rugby nations in the world. So will probably come out guns blazing and they're gonna pitch on a day.
So you're expecting them to come at you on Saturday in the scrum?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's good.
The Welsh coach, Greg Miller, was quite effusive in complimenting the Springboks right well. How do you guys receive that kind of praise in terms of being regarded as world-class right well? And went as far as to say the best in the world. So obviously not just yourself and the rest of the front rows. How do you guys receive those kind of compliments?
I mean, it's I always say it's like an all 8 pack. If all our forwards decide to pitch on the day, then we definitely gonna like try and pose our like presence on them. So I don't think it's just because you probably had one good performance against them makes you like all of a sudden you think you'll always do good against them. So I mean, who's more prepared on the day and who pitches up on the day will probably be the best team on the field that day.
They've also got a couple of rookies at the international arena as well that they've had different circumstances right now. So you guys look at that team and think you can get a leg up in those kind of confrontations?
Well, like I said, it's it's all about. I mean, a guy at 21-year-old can have more pride than a guy that has been in the system for a long time, and like for the country. So I promise you, it's like no one is. We don't go into a game thinking, you know what? No, they probably have youngsters that are inexperienced. I mean, those youngsters could be the best players on the day. So I think it's important to understand that out there, like Coach Dion said it, like they're very competitive, and I think they know South Africa is the number one like rugby nation in the world, and they want to prove something. So I think that's pretty important to consider.
By the time, around about this time last year, you could play a test. You had a lot of game time and success last year. Does that give you confidence in regard to that season you had last year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit more aligned with in terms of what the coaches expect from me, and I just have to focus on my job. There's nothing like that that can distract me anymore. Like I'm more aligned with the team now, and I think that's what actually just gives me confidence. The fact that I know what Coach Dion expects from me in the lineouts. I know what Coach Jock expects from me, and that's where I get my confidence from.
Ken?
Ox Dion mentioned that Wales are a very good second side. You guys have just come out of URC, which there's quite an emphasis on seconds in URC. Do you feel that previously in Super Rugby, when you guys come out of Super Rugby into the international season, do you feel there was less of an emphasis on seconds there? So having come out of URC in a way you guys are better prepared for Test Rugby?
Oh, that's pretty tough, but I think honestly they kind of give a similar competitive edge because I mean, Super Rugby they have good scrums, but they just scrum differently in terms of like it's technical, like small technical stuff that make a huge difference, and in the Northern Hemisphere as well, they all have like similar systems which are also like different to Super Rugby, but the challenge is still the same either way because I mean. You might scrum against a guy in the URC that will probably be able to scrum a guy in Super Rugby, but then you're up against him and he gives you like more problems than the guy that just come in Super Rugby, and vice versa. So I think it's a very tough question to ask, but I can't say one competition set pieces like as less than the other really. They all just have like different challenges.
Guys, we've got 13 minutes left, so we can fire in any language. I know there'll be a few Afrikaans questions for Dion and Sutu for Ox, so if you want.
Ox, with regard to the alignment camps, how did you enjoy those? Because I know initially you started with a fewer players, but as it grew, it kind of gelled very well, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. I mean, they were great in terms of you get a clear picture of what the coaches want. I mean, you already know by the time like we all come here together. I mean, we have guys only like joining us this week, but in theory they all know what is expected of them, and they just have to put it in practice. So it was a great experience because it simplifies your job. You know what to expect, you know what is needed for you, and how you're going to be measured. So yeah, I enjoyed those.
Spook?
Ox, do you have a different level of reverence or respect for some of your teammates along the URC that came from the Stormers from the time? What was their reception like when they walked in with the
Well, I mean, you're part of them because I mean it was an all South African URC final, so you're definitely part of them. But you know, they got there because they won four. So you also know that because even when watching them, like we're not like opponents anymore. We actually teammates, and they naturally they have to they bring the best out of me, and I have to do the same. So because you know where they've been, you've seen their form, you've seen their entire good of a seasons they've had, and you're trying to match that, and that's pretty much it.